Welcome to day one lead flexers. So excited to have you. All right, so this is day one of what we are going to be taught. So if you don't have your workbook printed out yet, or if you're not following along with it, then make sure you at least have a notebook and a pen, something to write with, because we are going to get in this thing quick and dirty. So awesome, get that gathered and we're going to rock and roll. What I want you to have first in your mind is that as we are transitioning our business from the brick and mortar space to the online space, is I need you to have a paradigm shift. What I need for you to do is, instead of being a personal trainer or a group fitness instructor, is you're going to have a shift of mentality as a marketer. So you're going to go from a personal trainer, group fitness trainer, to a marketer. So what does that mean? You are still a trainer, right? But as you start utilizing these free services, aka social media, to market what you are doing, you have to really put yourself in the mindset, in the shoes of what your ideal clientele wants in a trainer, what they need in a trainer, what their pain points are. So you're no longer putting the spotlight on you and what you're great at and how your body looks amazing and what your skill sets are. Now your entire marketing focus is going to be around what they want, what they need, and how to get in their minds of why they need it. Okay, so you really want to dig into that. So why do I say this is a paradigm shift? Because when the pandemic hit, you could have been a belly to belly in-person trainer and you were getting by no problem because you were able to train people one-on-one. There was grassroots marketing going on, meaning that word of mouth marketing going on, and business was flowing. However, when the pandemic changed, not only did your profession change, but the way that people are purchasing services and the way that people are looking for businesses to purchase services from, that changed completely. And I don't know if it's ever going to be able to go back to just grassroots marketing. So every business out there had to learn to pivot their business services into the online space. And if they didn't, they were deemed irrelevant pretty quickly. They went under, they went bankrupt, etc. That's exactly why I've developed this program, y'all. As an 11-year veteran in the health and fitness industry, I was also a 3-time brick and mortar business owner. In 2015, when I married a soldier, I then had to sell my 3 businesses and my brick and mortar businesses, and I had to figure out something else that I wanted to do in a more mobile space, because that's the deal with being a military spouse. You move around a lot. So I actually got into the network marketing game for about 4.5 years, which was very successful. But then I got into social media marketing, and that is where everything really took off for me. So by aligning myself with a specific company in the social media marketing space, I went from day 0 to day 366. In that time frame, I began earning a 6-figure income and producing a 7-figure business, all from using the free platform of social media to market my services and my products. So everything that I'm going to teach you is only going to cost you your time. You can utilize your free platforms in order to market yourself this way, all right? And I'm going to show you how to do it in as little time as possible. And at the end of the day, it's going to be a big shift for you, because you've probably been focused more on people's health and people's fitness, how to get exercises, really how to help people. And you've done what you've done in the way that has best served you. But I'm telling you, the industry has changed. The way that people are purchasing products and services will forever be different because of this. And so what you were doing before, even though it may have worked for you in that space, you're here now to learn these skill sets that can ensure that you are staying relevant in this industry. I created this challenge, this 5-day challenge, for you, because as soon as that pandemic hit, I knew when I started seeing gyms closing, I started seeing my friends lose their minds because they couldn't work out anymore. I quickly realized that our clients, your potential clients need health and fitness now more than ever. All right. They really, really do, despite what the government said. And then B, all of the clients, trainers, etc., they need to be employed now more than ever. And so I wanted to have a simple way for everyone to pivot. And then again, stay relevant in this space, because I don't know that those marketing services are ever going to go back to just the brick and mortar space. All right. So I need you to have that shift. I need you to be open and willing to learn from what I'm going to teach you today. I need you to understand that what I want to do is take all of the things that you are doing day in and day out, every single day, things that you found yourself repeating, which had your hours be something like this, right? Because I know 5 a.m. to like 10 p.m. at night, I want to show you how to monetize things so that you're not spending 3 hours on a Zoom with a client, so that you're not spending 2 hours writing their personal training, reviewing their nutrition plans, et cetera, et cetera. All right. Everything that I'm going to teach you is going to help quicken that. It's going to help you attract more of your ideal client, and it's going to help you build a side online business if you want. All right. If you don't, that's okay. Or if you're simply somebody who's running a brick and mortar business and you just want to still utilize social media to capture more of those people coming to your business, that are local, excellent. And if you're somebody who wants to market your online fitness, nutrition, what have you services to capture more people from all over the world, I'm going to show you how to do that too. All right. There's several stages to building a online health and fitness business. For this 5-day free challenge, though, my sole focus is going to be showing you how to represent yourself. That's going to tackle attracting more leads. And then I'm going to show you how to get those leads and turn them into buying customers. So at the end of this challenge, you're going to leave with 100 new leads, but you have to have an open mind. Whenever I start offering you something, I don't want your first thought to immediately be like, well, that's not going to work for me because You need to shift your mindset. All right. A lot of you trainers already do, because that's what we do. We're kind of like a special person, right? But I need your first thought to be, instead of I can't, it needs to be, how can I? How can I shift what I was doing before? Or how can I shift my thinking so that now I can tackle what Whitney's instructed me to do? Because again, what I'm teaching you is what got me from day 0 to day 366 with an extra 6-figure income in my pocket. I have a 7-figure producing business because of doing what I'm going to teach you. End of story. So you can take this and you can duplicate it, or you can find all the reasons why this isn't going to work for you because of the model you already have. All right. I say that out of love. You're going to find out right away that I'm a black and white person in my delivery, but I'm doing this because I care. All right. So the other shift that I need you to have is to start realizing your worth. I want you to be so freaking confident. All right. You do not need to have a giant following in order to get paid like an influencer. And here's the deal. A lot of people that you see on Instagram or Facebook or what have you, who have tons and tons of friends or tons and tons of followers, I bet if I inboxed them and asked them, like, what are you doing to monetize your following? Like, how are you making money? I would find at least 2 to 3 out of 5 of those people aren't getting paid off of that following. So you guys, don't make assumptions that just because they have a major following that they're making income. In fact, I have a friend who has a couple million followers. We just had a conversation and he is not making any money off of them whatsoever. And I thought, oh my gosh, we need to change that. If you have that many fans, let's turn your fans into customers. Let's turn having a fan base into something that earns you income. And that's what I'm going to teach you to do. All right. It's really just a decision to start being consistent today. And I'm going to give you the tools to do so. All right. So here's the deal is I want you to understand that no matter how good you think you are at social media, and I don't say this to be a butthead, but no matter how good you think you are at social media, I promise that you are not getting paid your worth right now. You aren't, because you're either not specifically targeting who you need to be targeting, or you're not doing the action steps that require getting more clients. All right. So whatever your personality type is, maybe you're a green analytical person, maybe you're a blue personality, you need a blueprint, or maybe you're a red hot fire person like me, or you're yellow, you're more about relationships and you're more about, community and culture. I'm going to hit all of those personality points in my training, I promise. But at the end of the day, what I need you to do is take the steps and implement the steps. All right. So what I mean by you're probably not being paid your true worth or true value is that I understand that a lot of people are posting things and then they're just praying. And that is what 9 out of 10 people are doing because they're overwhelmed with social media. They don't know what to share. They don't know what's relevant in the area. They don't know how to get the leads. They don't know how to focus in on what exactly they want in order to get people in their business. Okay, that's one. And then two, a lot of people are too afraid to play big because they're afraid of what's actually going to happen is meaning how many clients or customers you're going to get. And can I reasonably handle that? I also need you to squash that too. All right. Stop creating conversations and scenarios in your head of things that haven't happened yet. All right. I am a red personality. You're going to get that from me, but I'm also going to give you a blueprint and I'm going to give you facts and I'm going to give you all the feels that you need. All right. So I want you to shift your mind to let's do everything we can to blow up your lead list. Let's get you those 100 leads. Let's get those leads and turn them into customers and then deal with what you're going to do in order to monetize serving those customers best later, once it happens. But for now, I need your brain focused on let's crush our social media marketing. Let's crush how we engage with people. Let's get real authentic followers and friends, and let's get those conversations and engagements going so that I can turn these people into customers and I have a really good loyal client following. We just talked about value. We just talked about worth. I want you to understand that your worth is so much greater than what your bank account may reflect right now. In a world that is otherwise chaotic, people need those who are championing for their health, for their fitness, and for their mindset. And that's exactly what trainers are. That's exactly what health and professionals are. They're just another awesome cheerleader who's going to help equip and empower and cheer others on in their journeys to look, feel, and perform their absolute best. And all of that is going to translate over into an individual's personal life, to their work life, to their confidence, to their sex life, to the way that they do anything and everything, right? At the end of the day, it starts and ends with how well they look, how they feel, and how they perform. And you have a massive impact on that. So you may have years and years of education behind you. You may have spent $1,000 on a certification or maybe $2,000 or $3,000 on a certification, right? But you also have God-given skills and values to bring to the table. You have a very specific set of skills that you have worked on with your personal development, with your leadership skills, with investing your time and energy into business courses, and then in this course alone. And so that raises your price tag automatically more than just looking at specifically what you paid for your certifications and then the time that it took for you to do that. Your value is so much greater than that. And I need you to understand that when you're setting a price point for what you're offering, but then also with how you're coming across on social media, all right? You are looking for a very specific type of customer, of client to come into your business. You are. Stop lowering your standards. Stop scrounging for just anyone and everyone by casting a net that is so broad that you're just like, whatever fish come in is what I'm gonna catch, because I promise you, people are gonna smell that desperation and it's not attractive. And that's not a knock on you. You may feel like your current situation is desperate, but I promise you, the minute you start valuing yourself as more, you're going to walk, talk, and act as somebody who deserves really good clients, as somebody who deserves those who are chasing after them versus you having to chase after them. right? Them chasing you versus you chasing them. And as soon as you start doing that, and I mean this in a confident way, not an arrogant way, you're going to get exactly what you want. You're going to get that perfect clientele. So if you haven't ever done this activity yet, what I want you to do, and I know this isn't written in the homework, but this is just to kind of narrow down exactly who you want to target in your health and fitness business. What you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of paper and you're going to draw a line down the middle of the piece of paper. On the left-hand side, you want to write everything you don't enjoy about your profession and all the services, all the things that you don't want to focus on. All right. On the right-hand side, what I want you to do is write down all of the things that you enjoy in this industry, all the things that you enjoy about your profession. And if I handed you a microphone and said, hey, I need you to kill 30 minutes of time talking about one subject, like really educating us on this one subject, what would you naturally be able to just like blah, 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 blah for 30 minutes about? So this may be something you don't necessarily like love or enjoy, but it's something that you're naturally talented at sharing. Put that down on the right-hand side too, okay? And so we'll get back to this later, but everything that is on your left-hand side is what we're gonna want to eliminate. And then everything on your right-hand side, we're gonna start shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and focusing in on like your top 5 most favorite, and then what clients are going to be attracted to those things. All right. We want to what's called niche you down so severely that you're almost going to feel bad that you're leaving other people out. But that is a good thing, because what I'm teaching you here is to have a high class, high value mentality. All right. Those who value what you have to offer are those that you want in your business. We are not in a convincing business. We do not want to convince people that what we have to offer is valuable. You being you and marketing yourself properly over these next 5 days is what's going to attract the ideal client to you. And I'm going to show you how to follow up with them effectively so that you can land them as an actual client. All right. Because if you land those big fish, those exact like avatars of what you want, that's going to be the best kind of organic and grassroots marketing you're ever going to have. All right. So whatever your bank account number says, don't worry about that. We're not focusing in on that. We're focusing on what we want, having this mental shift of where we're going and who exactly we're going to track from here. So make sure when you're doing that homework that you do have on your worksheet, you're very specific about knowing that for the next 5 days, what you do going forward, you're having this mind shift. You are now a business person. You are not just some like, run-of-the-mill trainer, because there's billions of trainers out there. And this is a survival of the fittest moment. The market shifted. People are now purchasing services only from those online they like, know, and trust. Here's how you're going to be competitive. Here's how you're going to be specialized. Here's how you're going to bring that clout, that swagger, that what you have is going to be effective for your client. And they would be silly not to want to raise their standards to working with you. You feel me? All right. So make sure when you're doing the homework, that's what you're focusing in on. All right. So now let's shift into where you're getting these leads. All right. I'm going to be focusing on a few specific platforms, primarily Facebook and Instagram, because that's where, like, if you do the Googling, y'all, I can't remember the exact number, but it's around 2.3 billion people in the entire world. 2.3 billion are on Facebook and Facebook Messenger. And it's around 1.1 billion that are on Instagram. So of all the platforms that are out there, those are still the 2 most popular. Then when you go to like Snapchat and TikTok, they're still in the millions. All right. These 2 are in the billions. So that's where I'm going to put a lot of my focus right now for marketing services. All right. So when you do your posts, and I'm giving you homework, you see it there of what your very first post is going to be for this group. You're basically treating this like a coming out party. Even if you've been in business for years and years and years as a health and fitness professional, this is day 1 of making this shift that's going to bring you into a 6 and 7 figure earner and beyond. Okay. And why do I keep relating this to money? Because When you become a 6 or 7 figure earner, that allows you to make a much larger impact on humanity. And so your goal is to raise your income to this level, because in that raising, you're making an impact. Okay. So that's why I'm relating that. You may not be a money-driven person, you may be an impact-driven person, but this is the clout of what I'm bringing to you. I just want you to understand the magnitude of where this can go, okay? Impact requires money, money requires impact, all right? Cool. So here's where we're gonna be focusing it. So you've got your first post, and you're gonna wanna put that post on whatever platform you're truly building. You can put it on both, or you can really put it on Facebook or just Instagram, wherever you're really, really, really wanting to focus in on getting most of your clients from, all right? So you're gonna put that post up. Now here's the deal. I also included in your homework, you can see TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, where the best times are to do your postings. And then I'm gonna show you how to engage with them afterwards. So don't do that until the appropriate time, all right? Next, what I want you to also do is the first 15 minutes after you post is very crucial, all right? The first 15 minutes, as far as Instagram and Facebook goes, is where the algorithm decides whether that's a post worthy of getting in front of more and more eyeballs. So how does it gauge that? You need to stay active with that post for the next 15 minutes. So as soon as somebody likes it, as soon as somebody eyeballs it, as soon as somebody comments on it, you need to respond back right away, just for those first 15 minutes. So just engage as much as you can in that post for the next 15 minutes. Even if somebody just likes it, respond underneath there and tag them. Hey, such and such, thank you for the love on this post, okay? Simple as that. But that first 15 minutes is crucial, because if there is engagement on it, it's going to start putting it in the algorithm of more and more people. Now, this first post also, y'all, you're not doing any other posts throughout the day, just this one. No other posts on your page. You can share in your stories more stuff. You can share Facebook or Instagram stories more stuff, but post nothing else, okay? This is the other place that I see a lot of people who want to grow their businesses, they are messing this up because they're just throwing more and more things in the algorithm, and it can't keep up with what you're trying to really have the focus on. All right, so put this post in your appropriate time frame, and then for those first 15 minutes, you got to engage with those comments and with those likes. All right. The other thing is, if you don't already, your profile has to be public. If there are some things on your Facebook profile or your Instagram profile that you don't want the rest of the world seeing, save them and take them down. I'm sorry, but having a business Instagram or having a business Facebook is so much harder to get engagement from versus your personal profile. Okay. They really want you to put your business related posts on business pages, because to get actual engagement, you have to then pay to have Facebook and Instagram ads. And so that's kind of the trick here, is that the way that Facebook and Instagram is set up is they really, really, really want you to put only your business related posts on business pages. So you have to be like very careful about the language that you use, and I will help you dive into that later. But if you use your personal profile, at the end of the day, the algorithm really works more in favor of your personal profile posts. That's why I'm going to show you how to use very professional, non-spammy tammy language throughout these next 5 days to get more traction on your personal page. So in order to do that, you have to have your page public or your Instagram public. Like, that's just the way that it is, y'all, unless you want to pay lots and lots of money to have a separate page. Okay. So you can see on my page, I still talk about my family and what have you, but at the end of the day, I'm here to make money via social media. I'm not really here to share my personal life on social media unless it's like something funny or cute, but I'm not here to air out dirty laundry, okay? We're here to make money. We have a business. That's our focus, all right? Okay, so after these first 15 minutes that you're getting likes and you're getting comments and, you know, some good engagement, Awesome. The other thing you can do is you can click on that little arrow. It looks like a paper airplane on Instagram, and click that and share that post into your stories. And I'll tell you what to do with that later. And then when you're on Facebook, there'll be a little share button, especially if your post is public. Again, your profile's got to be public. You can share that and it'll share that to your stories. After that, you're kind of done with social media for the day. What I'm going to instruct you to do, however, is like every 3 hours, maybe in between clients you have today or in between work, go back in to that post and reply to as many people as you can in about 15 minutes. Like, just engage with them. Like, hey, Sherry, thanks so much for leaving a comment. Like, oh, totally, Josh. Like, I definitely want to see you here. Thank you so much. That's what you want to do. Because if you do that in little pockets throughout your day, then it kicks it back into the algorithm again. That's why we're only doing one post. Okay. And then, so what this is also going to do is it's showing you who's seeing your post and who's actually interested in engaging with you. So it's great. It's kind of like your reintroduction back to the world. All right. So from this, at the end of the day, these are the leads that you're adding to your list. Are you ready? This is where you're getting them. You're writing this down. You got that little list on your workbook. Okay. Anyone who liked this post, anyone who commented on this post, when you open up your stories in Instagram or Facebook, all right, there's going to be that little eyeball icon. And if you click on it, it'll show the number and it'll show all the people that viewed it. That's another place you're getting your leads. And then you're also anyone who requested to be a friend after you did this post, and anyone who decided to follow you on Instagram. All right. Write all those names down on your list. I'll tell you what to do with them later, but all of those names need to be written down. Those are people who are raising their hand to say, hey, yes, I still want to engage with you. I still like seeing your posts. I want to be a nosy Nancy. I want to know what's going on in your world. They are being added to your list. Okay. Here's the other thing that I want you to do once you're responding back to all those people, you're putting them on your list, etc. Okay. Of all the people that you are friends with on Facebook or the people that you are following on Instagram, I want you to start deleting people that you don't think really fit your niche, or people who are negative, or like we talked about, if you're making your page public, these are people that you don't want seeing your stuff. Meaning if you know you have like a really annoying like cousin or sister or, you know, mom or dad who's just always critical of what you do and they just always have something to say, delete them. Like, honestly, this is how you're running your business, okay? You can love that person in real life, but you don't need to be following them and you don't need to be friends with them if they're not adding to your business, okay? Again, I know this is a shift for a lot of you, but you are not in the people-pleasing business, okay? That is not your business. Your business is to make money, make an impact, serve people well. And if these are people who are just there to destruct what you're doing or just add an obstacle, get rid of them, all right? So for example, too, when it comes to your niche, like let's say my niche is I really want to focus on my 45-minute workout that I have developed for busy stay-at-home moms, just using whatever equipment and time that they have in their day. I don't need to be following or friends with a bunch of jacked up muscle building dudes who like snort creatine and they're just pumping iron powerlifters. Like, that is literally going to pull away from my algorithm, because those are people who are gonna not be engaging in my posts. Get rid of all those people. I know sometimes you go to profiles and you see where they have like 1,000 followers, but they're only following like 35 people. That's good, okay? I promise you that's good. The other thing is that when you're following or when you're deleting all these people that you're getting rid of, that means start adding new. On Facebook, you can only have 5,000 friends. In Instagram, you can have unlimited amount of people that you're following, but we really want to niche this down. So the first thing you got to do is that Facebook and Instagram cleanup. Get rid of a bunch of people that don't make sense. And don't overthink this, guys. It's cutthroat time, okay? Get rid of them. All right? But here's the other thing you can do. Then you want to start following people that are maybe doing a really, really good job of attracting mommies, if that's your niche, for example. So maybe there's some like really funny like influencers who their whole gig is they attract a bunch of like mommies to their page. Like I think it's I think, what is it, Juggling with the Jenkins or something like that? She's really funny. She does mom jokes. She's a comedian. But guess who her following mainly is? It's a bunch of moms. So I would be following her, and then I would be engaging on her posts with all of her followers that are moms, if my target audience was moms. Okay? Why? Because then they're going to start looking at my profile and what I do, and now I'm putting out really relevant content to help other mommies. That's the type of person that I want in my business, right? So this is something that you definitely need to be doing. So as you're taking all these people off of your friends list and your following, and now you're adding more people in, then what Instagram and Facebook are going to do to you is they're going to start recommending other pages and other people like that to follow. And so then you're going to be getting more engagement for not only those people, but all the people that are following them. And that's good. So be cutthroat. Don't overthink of it. Get rid of those people you don't need. Add in the new. All right. So make sure when you're doing your homework today, and I'm just double checking that you're getting rid of those people, that you are also filling out that sheet where you are writing down specifically the number of steady clients that you want to have by the date, sign it, print it, and hang it on your mirror. Last thing, and I know this is probably going to be the longest training we have over the next 5 days, y'all, but it's because it's day one. All right. Last thing, there are 3 words that people use interchangeably, but use them incorrectly when they're talking about services that they're offering up to other people. It's advertising, promoting, and marketing. These are 3 very, very different things. And I want to make sure you understand that what we are doing is marketing. All right. Advertising is product specific. It's spammy tammy. It's all over the place. This is the name. This is the prize. Hit me up now for deals. Like, we are not advertising, okay? Number 2 is promoting. It's event specific. My mattresses are on sale from this date to this date, all right? That's something that you're going to do throughout the course of your marketing career or marketing skills, but sparingly, okay? Number 3 is marketing. That is what we are doing. It's a customer benefit-based activity. We are focusing in on how we benefit the customer. Are you interested in having the best sleep of your life? Then you need my mattress, all right? And it's creating curiosity and attraction around what it is that you do by hitting the pain points versus just obviously stating, I help moms get in their best shape of their life with just 45 minutes a day. That is something that you're going to develop as a tagline, but that's not what you're saying in every single post, right? You're going to develop curiosity and attraction around the pain points of why moms need these 45-minute workouts with you. Okay? So day 1 has officially come to a close. I'm excited for you guys to take this training. Go duplicate it today. Don't overthink it. And then this afternoon, we will have that live Q&A where we can address any questions that you have, but you are being set up for success by taking action. So go take action.